that there will be improvement in the energy of this nation. And any monster that will say no, my God will crush that monster. Be you my brother, my sister, any leader, you'll be removed. And I've been prophesying it, and you can see the improvement.
Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. You can do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Shiloh, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. Oh, God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I said, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I have been to many places. I have gone to many people. I have been to many corners in search of solution. Lord, I come with my burden. God of Shiloh, come and hear me. Wipe my tears and make me whole. Give me a new beginning. This is my prayer. God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I said, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul.
I prophesy, every dead womb comes back to life. Every dead organ comes back to life. Every dead ideas come back to life. I prophesy your womb.
Express leading to the Abuja airport. And last year, most members of Shiloh Ward Chapel thought the prophet maybe, had it wrong when he prophesied that there will be electrical advancement, electrical power in Nigeria. But to the surprise of many, like myself, we're right here around the airport road. You can see the old electrical mast right behind me. But as we progress on this special documentary, we'll get to unveil the power of prophecy. Not just any prophecy, because like they say, how do you know a real prophet when his words come to pass? Less than a year after the prophecy, as we go further on this journey, you get to see work in progress as they try to advance the Nigerian electrical power supply. Believe it or not, we truly have a prophet in the house. So as we go along, we'll show you work in progress, men at work, on the mass, making things happen, and making our dreams in Nigeria for better electrical power advancement a reality. Is it possible? If you're still doubting, stay tuned.
Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. You can do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Shiloh, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. Oh, God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I said, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I have been to many places. I have gone to many people. I have been to many corners in search of solution. Lord, I come with my burden. God of Shiloh, come and hear.
Right now, there's a lot of changes. There's a new mast that's been mounted right here in Lugbe, not far from the church. After the prophetic declaration, a lot of people would think this is not possible. This is something our children will see or our great-grandchildren. But the power of prophetic declaration by a prophet sent by God is what you see immediate results of. It doesn't waste time. And when something comes from God, you see the proofs that follow it. But before we come back and talk more about this, let me take you back to the studio to when it all started, to the first declaration by our new generation prophet, I.O. Samuel, on Let There Be Light in Nigeria. So let's see. We'll be right back.
I see 95% of improvement of life in Nigeria before August. Can you hear amen? Mark this one, Psalm 119 verse 130. This is continuation of last year's prophecy.
You heard it for yourself, saw it yourself, declared it, like the words of any mere man, but with powers beyond human explanation. Things about the power of God are supernatural, unexplainable, but it comes with certain truths that you can't deny. Even a person that, is a doubting Thomas, as they call it, can see proof of this great wonder that came after the prophetic declaration by our new generation prophet Isaiah. Yes, there will be light in Nigeria, and not too far from today or tomorrow, very soon, there are proofs of it right here. Even when you're a doubting Thomas, when you can see, touch, feel, and hear it, you would have to believe. Thank you very much. How do you know the words of a prophet if they are true? There are so many prophets nowadays prophesying, claiming things that, were said from God. But how do you truly know a prophet? Is when his words come to pass. Our new generation prophet, Samuel, just less than 12 months ago, prophesied about light in Nigeria. He said, let there be light, and there will be light. I believe that, and by the time I'm done with you, you would have no other choice but to believe that there will be 24-hour electricity in Nigeria very soon. As I stand here, I'm in Lugbe, Phase 1, right here in the city of Abuja, not too far from Shiloh Chapel, right here at Lugbe. This electrical mast is not the regular one you know about, the one you see around town. This is brand new as part of the government's plan to advance electrical power in Nigeria and make sure that you have light in your house 24 hours every day. But before we go on this adventure, we'll take you back to the studio, to when all this started, to when that prophetic declaration came to the world, to the ears and eyes of those people who were opportune to hear it for the first time. I'll be right back.
That's why I'm sure, because in the spirit I'm seeing blackout in Nigeria. What does it mean? The condition of the light will get worse this same year. Please, if you are a Shiloh Chapel member, encourage people to be calm. After Easter, everywhere people will be crying and sweating and cursing the president because there will be no light. There will be total blackout in many states. Once you see light, it will not get dim. Please write my prophecy. That is how God wants to change your condition. Because
we're back at the location where it happened, right here in Abuja. I can see it, you can hear the sound of men at work, and I can feel it. It's real. It's happening in Nigeria. There will be electricity. It's already working, it's already in progress. There's so many new masses in place, so many men around working. Let me take you back again. There's so many people that have said so many things about, prophecies and things that are about to happen or will happen in Nigeria. But very few say things that come to pass. And we're opportune part of the congregation of the great man of God, our new generation prophet Samuel. Because with him, we are seeing the word of God come to fruition in our own generation, not on the next or the one after that, like we all pursue. Let there be light in Nigeria. I hope you believe in your heart as to what is documentary. We're going to go further to show you more proofs of this work at hand. Right now, 2013, this is February 8th, February 9th actually. See how time flies? I'm even losing touch, but all the same, we'll be right back.
Do it again, do it again, do it again. You can do it again, do it again. Shiloh, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. Oh, God.
Wonder unveiled in Nigeria, never before seen. But right here, we're part of this wonder, and you can see the team working live. All right, we'll be able to talk to a few people. But they're very shy. They're scared of talking. They're shy of the microphone and the cameras and whatnot. But we're here seeing this wonder unveil live in Abuja. If you were doubting, now there's no reason to doubt. I've seen it. I've felt it. You can hear the sound of men working. Shiloh Chapel has a real prophet, Prophet I.O. Samuel. Thank you. You can see the men at work, readily working day and night, making sure that Nigeria has electricity in the next 12 months. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. Oh, God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I said, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I have been to many places.
First transmission station. You know, we've been taking you through a journey all through from the beginning to this point. And right here behind the cameras we have the prophet in the house. He showed us everywhere. We didn't even notice. I know most people like me would drive past this road and not see anything, but it takes prophetic eyes to understand and to see certain works, you know, being done in Nigeria. We all heard "Let there be light." Some people believed, some didn't, but all the same, now you can see it. We felt it. We can hear the noise around. It's real. There's no Photoshop, nothing that you can't see for yourself. So thank you, and I hope you keep on watching. There's more to come. The ground, ready to work. The men are still trying to rest, catch their breath, and come back and make sure that the prophecy of our prophet comes to pass. These two have not met. The prophecy, the man behind, and the men working behind the scene. But God made it all possible. All he has to do is say it, and it comes to pass. Yes, SWC Shiloh Chapel members, you're seeing this mystery of the world unveiled. This is our equipment. You can see the generator set right there on the ground. You can see the still equipment up there. It's just so much to talk about. When I want to talk, I run out of breath, because this is an exciting thing to talk about, an exciting thing to actually behold as a Nigerian. We have a staff here walking down. So let's see if we can actually ask him a few questions and know, you know, what we should be expecting that 24-hour electrical power in Nigeria. We're letting them see the prophecy, and it was first said at Shiloh Chapel, "Let there be light." They're actualizing that prophecy without even knowing that it was said. And so now they're part of unveiling this mystery. These are other staff on site trying to make this a reality.
Do it again, do it again, do it again. You can do it again, do it again. Shiloh, God of Shiloh, manifest.
On location, right now you can see the old one there, the old pole, and there's a barricade to actually protect it from being affected by the new one. It's already powered. There's already electrical power going through it. So it's nothing that's half done. It's already ready to go. Everything's rolling. If you go up there, you can see that people are at work. There are people under the tree trying to rest from the sun. They are working. There's work in progress. Prophecy is coming to pass. Mysteries of the world. They say there's 7 wonders of the world. I think this is the 8th wonder. So he's right here with us. The prophet is in the house, seeing all these things. Say that I'm part of this prophecy coming to pass. The cameraman is too excited to even talk, but we'll get to that later. On location, the prophet is taking us round as the Lord is showing him, you know, this work that we can't even see. Is right before our very eyes, but we can't see it. It takes prophetic eyes to actually unveil and know all these things. And he's taking us round to see what he sees going on right here in Nigeria. You can see up there, work is in progress. You can see this is a true confirmation of prophecy right on location. We're not talking about it in the studio. We're not taking skits or pictures. We're showing you the real thing, okay? So come as we explore the world of prophecies being confirmed at Shiloh Chapel.
nation. I prophesy. Let there be light in every parasata. I prophesy. Let there be light in every family, in every state, in every ethnic group. Father, Lord, Father, in my generation, I saw darkness. But you showed me that you have declared this in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3. It was without form and void in verse 2, Genesis chapter 1. And the darkness covered everywhere. It was without form and void. And God brooded on the waters. He said the Spirit of the Lord moved on the waters. The stagnancy of that darkness could not stop my God. And that is the God I carry. And I'm here to declare in this nation, verse 3. Let there be light!
What Chapel Prophetic Confirmation 2013.
Nigeria, the most populated country in Africa, has been suffering from a persistent power shortage. Here, outages are the order of the day. How to improve power supply is now ranked among the first priorities in the nation's economic development blueprint. Ironically, although Nigeria holds the world's 9th largest gas reserves, its total power output is around 4,000 megawatts, with Omotosho supplying about 10% of the total.
We're happy to commission.
The challenge is receiving presidential attention, with Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan commissioning 2 newly privatized power plants, with a total capacity surpassing 900 megawatts.
The decision to privatize the sector was made in the long-term interest of our great nation. It provides us the best opportunity to decisively address the national electricity power deficit and meet the needs of our expanding economy.
The Omotosho Phase 2 power station is located in southeastern Nigeria's Ondo State with a capacity of 500 megawatts. Its refurbishment and upgrade is being held up as a model for the entire privatization project. The Nigerian federal government has invited global energy industry players to take part in the privatization process in order to accelerate the development of the power sector.
So power supply will continue to grow and grow until a time that most Nigerians will have access to power. At this time, this is not the case, but with the commissioning of many more of these plants, we are expecting that it won't be long and Nigerians will be able to enjoy uninterrupted power supply.
The speedy pace of work is also seen as a sign that economic cooperation between Chinese firms and the Nigerian counterparts is bearing fruit.
So this is just beginning, and you can see the momentum is gathering. Just 2 weeks ago, Mr. President commissioned a very large plant in Geregu, 434 megawatts. Today is 500 megawatts. In a couple of weeks, we'll be in Olorunshogo. They will commission another one. And that one, of course, is also being developed by a Chinese company.
Construction on the Omotosho Phase 2 power station started in April of the year 2010 and has finished 1 year ahead of schedule. In the near future, the Chinese will help to extend the single cycle of gas into a combined cycle in order to make the best use of currently wasted heat. Peter Wakaba, CCTV.
Now, while all that is going on, the successor companies to the PHCN have given the assurance that the handover will not lead to a huge increase in electricity charges. Officials of the companies who spoke at the formal handover of the licenses in Abuja promised that Nigerians would enjoy the benefits of the privatization process in the next 2 years.
It has been described and recognized as perhaps one of the most ambitious reform programs ever embarked upon by the government. The handover of licenses to winners of the bids for the power holding company of Nigeria have received applause and criticisms over its effect on Nigerians. However, owners of the successor companies assure there is no reason to panic.
I don't think necessarily it will get expensive, but in any way, anything good is normally expensive. Anything good, they will be assured of reliable power supply, no fluctuations.
The investors sought to drive home the points that the assets would now be better managed to make up for the failures by the government over the years.
The way that we do it and the way that we demonstrate performance and profitability with transparent, reliable accounting and financial statements, I think is an essential part.
Basically, all the workers are going to be trained by, the various investors and companies coming from abroad that have experience in handling the power sector and the power plants.
Some of the new owners equally re-echoed the assurance made by the presidency that the balanced regulatory framework to guarantee the success of this achievement would not be tampered with. But they also advised the government to continue in transparency to prevent drawbacks.
This initiative fits in very nicely with the President Obama's Power Africa initiative, in which we have pledged to work with several governments, including Nigeria's, over the next 5 years to double the power of sub-Saharan Africa.
I assure you that it will be competitive. There will be more production. Once there is more production, more people will employ, more disposable income will be available, and people will know the difference.
As the presidency moves to implement more optimistic goals for the power sector, it is hoped that the country would fully embrace a world-class privatization program that would finally assuage the suffering of all Nigerians. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
Seeing this prophetic mystery come to pass, Nigerians, buckle up your seatbelt. As you hear prophecies from this prophet, you know that they will definitely come to pass. This is definitely a thing that our generation and the generation after will talk about. Thank you.
Do it again, do it again, do it again. You can do it again, do it again. Shiloh, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. Oh, God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I said, God of Shiloh, manifest in my life. God of Shiloh, it is well with my soul. I have been to many.
Many prophecies for 2012/2013, and we have the prophecies confirmation on the CD. If you want it, we'll give it to you. It's available. But we played just one clip, the clip of improvement on energy. Did you watch it?
Yes, sir.
Is it a false prophecy?
No.
If it's not a false prophecy, shout a loud hallelujah to the glory of God. There shall be 99% improvement of life this year in Nigeria. Amen. I know Nigerians don't like Nigeria again. That's why when they give them personal prophecy, they shout better. You give Nigerian prophecy, they shout a little. But if there is fire burning in this city, nobody will sleep or pray. I said there shall be 99% energy improvement, 0.999. This year. Amen. That's the first prophecy. Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. Now, if you want to know what the
The federal government has given the 17 successor companies created out of the Power Holding Company of Nigeria a 6-month deadline to provide Nigerians with steady power.
The June deadline was handed down yesterday by the Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nebo, at the inauguration of a new board of the Transmission Company of Nigeria.
Electricity Distribution Company, to you.
Last year, the federal government formally gave up the ownership of 15 companies created out of the Power Holding Company of Nigeria. This is seen as a significant step to increase the generation capacity and expand the capacity of transmission and distribution network. The Minister of Power said substantial investments have been made in the nation's power sector, and Nigerians must begin to experience the benefit of the process.
Mr. President has given his word. No alibis, no excuses will be accepted or acceptable. We must make sure that there is drastically improved power supply by the middle of this year.
However, there are issues with the contractual agreement with Manitoba Hydro, the firm contracted to manage the transmission system in the power sector.
PHCN was unbundled. The TCN should be unbundled, where we can have the market operator, where we can have the system operator, and where we can have the TCN. And Honorable Minister, let me tell you, a result from the National Assembly is that if the chairman is not giving powers, and indeed probably executive powers, because I've not looked at his schedule, then I'm sure that we're having problems. If there are legal impediments existing that makes the chairman or the board not to have the driving force, and even when they have the driving force, the capacity to do so is there, the willingness is there, but there are other issues. I'm afraid we may have to resolve those issues along the line. Because if it's a contract of adhesion which makes one party unduly favored or it tilts towards a direction, you are giving the other party an unfair and unbalanced position to stand on.
I am, however, pleased to note that the board, under the leadership of the immediate past chairman, has so far reviewed the schedule of delegated authority earlier issued to Manitoba Hydro International, MHI, the managing contractors for the utility company, TCN. It is therefore expected that the concerns of the Nigerian public regarding the overhyped powers of MHI would now be an issue of the past.
Indeed, privatization of electricity supply in the country no doubt comes with challenges which will ultimately determine the success of the government reform program.